Hello and welcome to my podcast with Michael Hurst. I am at the Pagan Festival in Stenton. Did you become a pagan?
For me, my journey started when I was very young, and it was based in a connection with nature. So for me, even just playing in the garden, interested in like the names of the plants, interested in the turning of the seasons, things like that. That's really what kind of drew me into it. And then the next layer, when I sort of became a teenager and I wanted to turn it into a ritual practice, then I guess the sort of my journey of the craft began in earnest then.
Okay. Is it inspiration? Is it an inspiration to you?
Well, inspiration to me. I guess it inspires me. I like to see, I like to honour the seasons. I like to honour nature. I like to honour people and their part in the world. I'm very much on the humanist side of it. The community is really at the root of any faith or spirituality. Fellowship is what really matters to me, to be fair.
Do you love your job?
I love this job, yes.
What doing?
um, well, I'm disabled, so I don't work, but I volunteer here. So, yes, I love doing this work. I love bringing the community together. Love seeing faces, year on year, people who come back, and then new faces. I love chatting to people. I love exploring all the different paths of spirituality that kind of come underneath that pagan umbrella.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
So, how did you become a pagan?
I think I've always been a pagan, really. I've always loved nature. I've always loved the natural order of things. And I think when I was at school and, they start teaching you about RE and they go through the different religions, I think for me, it was very natural to see that as the way of things, and it's what speaks to you. And I think that's how it should be for all religions. I think you should go with what speaks to you and how you are personally.
So, do you love being a tree?
I think everyone should be a tree. I think we should all be stoic. We should all stand strong and firm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I believe in it as well. So, what's the next question?
What's your favourite time of the year?
Autumn. Autumn is absolutely my favourite time of the year. So it's absolutely, it's warm, but it's not too warm. It's there's some beautiful colours, and we're also the dark half of the year is when we're closest to the spirit world as well. So that really helps.
Oh, wow. Any more questions?
Today, the Pagan Festival, you've been here for a long time? Is it something that you've come to quite often in Nottingham?
Yes, well, I'm actually part of some of the organisers of Pagan Pride, so I am here as the official Spirit of Samhain for the event. I'm the Master of Ceremonies for the event as well, and it's something I absolutely love doing for the city and for the community.
How did you organise the Pagan Festival?
It's been it's a continual cycle because we have the Beltane and then we have Samhain. So they're 6 months apart. So we sort of, the next one is always in Flatline. There's a team of us that organise it, and we just sort of work out what we're going to have and how we fit it in. And there's two sides of it. There's the entertainment side, and then there's the actual market side. So there's two teams sort of arranging it all. So
What inspired you to do it?
I got dragged in. I'm I'm not one of the. I'm not the main organizer. I sort of got pulled in to help out, and so yeah, I'm a serial volunteer. I just can't help volunteering for things in here right now.
When did you become a pagan? You've always been a pagan.
I'm not actually a pagan. I just accept people for who they are and what they are, and they don't. But they're just accepting people. They don't. There's no.
It's very open.
Yeah, I don't have to be a pagan. They take my help because I'm attractive.
How many years have you been volunteering or helping out here?
2 years, I think. 2 years, yeah.
Would you say it's got bigger? It's got bigger now.
Yes, I think we're probably as big as we can get. Because of the space, we've had to turn away quite a few traders this year. The take-up was pretty good. So yeah, it's a popular event for traders, and as you can see, there's loads of people about. It's amazing.
What do you think draws people to this festival? Well, is there anything that you think that stands out here that brings people together more?
There's I mean, there's a lot of pagans. There's a lot of, I think, lots of people who feel safe here. There's sort of, the full spectrum of fans, and I see a lot more of the kind of people who don't normally aren't usually that comfortable in public, and they're all here, and they can just be themselves, and I think that's awesome.
How did you become a pagan?
Interesting question. I don't know if I'd necessarily say I am a pagan, but I totally identify with the nature-based spirituality. I was brought up Christian, and I think my parents still have a bit of a thing about pagans. So I think maybe while they're alive, I probably may never call myself a pagan, just out of loyalty. I don't know. I'm just kind of finding my way within it. I identify as a Quaker, and I guess an eco-spiritual person. So I'm very at home in the woods and in the forest. And yeah, really. And I definitely believe in treading lightly on the earth.
So what ceremonies do you organise?
Ceremonies for all the various passages in life. So maybe beginning with the birthing ceremony or a naming ceremony for a child, or for later in life when somebody changes their name and honouring the new name. Also coming together in wedding or hand fasting. Also parting. Hand parting is another pagan model that really I completely feel very called to it. I feel like it's my vocation, my calling. I feel like when I'm writing the scripts, I'm channeling a kind of deep inspiration that comes from the soul and is inspired by the people I'm writing the script.
What's the best ceremony you've done?
I think the one I've been buzzing most afterwards was a wedding that I did for really good friends of mine back in August, and we kind of put on the whole thing together, and we hosted it in a community farm where my partner had worked for many years, so we were really connected to the place. And we transformed the barn from, it still had people on all the edges, and we swept it up and put the bunting and the festoon lighting up and did the whole thing together. It was really a community celebration.
Yeah. And so and you with your ceremony, you come to Nottingham. Do you go around different places as well? Are you quite flexible with who to? Yeah,
totally. I'll work with whoever I'm working with. I'll tune into what their special places where they'd like to hold the ceremony. I'm also getting to know some good woodlands and some good community venues, not necessarily the ones that are kind of top of Google search for ceremonies, but more places where you can really connect to the elements that are there.
Oh, thank you for this interview.
I've been a pagan since I was about 8 years old. I went to a very strict school, very strict, and they were saying, "Oh, well, God will do this or God will do that," and I put my hand up one day and says, "God will do nothing." I said, "Well," I said, "Well, of course, let's be honest, he's not real, is he?" And that got me detention for a month. And I just said, "Well, I can't believe that one thing created all this." I said, so. And that's pretty much how I became a pagan. I started looking into Wicca and paganism on a whole, and that was just it,
Do you love your job?
Do I love my job? I've been doing it 45 years. The answer's there, really, isn't it? Yes, I do. I adore acting. I love going to schools and colleges, universities. I do a lot of research work. I'm writing a book at the moment about Robin Hood. So the real Robin Hood, not the one that you see on the films, but the real one. And that's going to upset people. It really is going to upset people, because when I say he's got nothing at all to do with Yorkshire and Nottinghamshire, that's going to take the cat amongst the pigeons. But yeah, so that's what I do. So yeah.
How long have you been coming to the festival for?
Well, I remember Pagan Pride when it used to be in the park up there. Yeah, I used to do a lot of Robin Hood stuff there. I'd normally be Robin Hood, but Esme said, "Oh, can you do something different?" She said,
dressed as a highwayman, so that's what I'm doing.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Is there a particular highwayman that you're representing?
Yeah, one of my forebears, a man by the name of Jack Vincent. He was a real highwayman.
Is he
And
local?
he was. He started off as a smuggler, then he turned pirate, and after he'd been doing that for a few years, he came back to England, came back to his birthplace, which is Beeston, and he was a highwayman. He used to rob people on the Great North Road. He was a bit of a lad. He was captured in 1727 and escaped his own hanging. That was interesting. They reckon a lot of his crew would dress up like girls. Were in the crowd. They're all mixed in with the crowd, and somebody started a fight in the crowd. And of course, everybody had turned away from the man on the scaffold, which was actually set up on the steps of the Galleries of Justice here, the old jail. And as this scuffle broke out, the militia moved forward to break it up, and somebody set fire to the gallows. And when they turned round, it was said that all that was seen of Jack Vincent was the noose, which was smoking and swinging in the breeze. So yeah, he escaped his own hanging. Where he went, nobody knows, not even me. But he's my great whatever it is, uncle. So yeah. Well, I don't know really. I've got all kinds of strange people in my family.
Is there any way we can come see more of the things that you do?
I do schools, colleges, universities. I'm trying to organise some stuff to do some stuff here, like
Yeah, good.
But I don't know. I just need a space to do it.
What do you like about it?
What, history?
History.
Well, history is the most important thing you're ever going to learn.
What do they do around the pagan bonfire?
What pagan? Which one?
What is that? Just open ceremony?
Open ceremony. What do they do?
I've got no idea. I don't. What here? There ain't going to be a bonfire here.
No. Probably just
It was.